Behold, this is gonna be literally the next big shonen title. When you think about anime, what kind of anime is the most appealing? Probably those hype unga bunga action anime. The so-called mindless aura farming. I think JJK is mindful aura farming. But when you think about battle shonen anime, right? One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball being the grandfather of all that. And now shit like this happening, this might actually be the next big generational fucking shonen title to come. It's called Kagurabachi. And I've been talking about this for a bit. I've been hearing a lot of noise online about how amazing this series is. And this also has a lot of interesting lore. Today we're going to be going over, obviously, the trailer and a bunch of other things that I think is pretty, relative. Like, I think it's, knowledge that I think you should know about going into this project and why so many people are hyping it up. First of all, synopsis. It's going to come by Psypic in April 2027. If you don't know what studio Psypic, it's Psy Games Pictures. Think about Uma Musume, Cinderella Grey. Think about, Apocalypse Hotel, Summer Hikaru Died, or the Uma Musume movies, right? They are a Giga Chad elite studio. They can deliver. Introduction. A single stroke opens a new era, cutting a path from Japan to the world. They be actually glazing this like no fucking other. I think I said something like that a couple days ago too, right? Like the way that they've been doing hype marketing for Kagurabachi is fucking crazy. Like this. A new era is about to be carved open. Clearly the people that are working on this series understands what kind of topic that they have, the ability for a battle shonen, even if it has dark, edgy elements of seinen and whatever. I'm telling you that this type of story, right, appeals to that demographic that is the widest, the unga bunga, illiterate, aura merchants. We love this shit. Not saying it's gonna be an unga bunga story, but this is the target demographic of these kind of shows that truly just makes motion across the fucking globe. And they know what they're doing. They're heavily marketing and they are trying to set this up as literally the next big thing. Weekly Shonen Jump's Neo-Japanese sword action series begins here. From day one, Kagurabachi manga has captivated fans, weaving a blood-soaked tale of revenge through breathtaking sword fight sequences. This is gonna really focus on swordsmanship and the choreography with said swords, and now known for its uncompromising quality. Animation studio Psypic brings the story to life with jaw-dropping visuals. Story. Flame of resolve, kindled by hatred. Hatred. Guy's a hater. Chihiro Rokuhira is a boy who aspires to become a swordsmith. What? Not a swordsman? And took daily training under his father, Kunishige, a renowned swordsmith. Their days, once filled with laughter, are brutally torn apart by an attack from a mysterious sorcerer organization, the Hishaku. What? Wait a minute. So are these sorcerers swordsmen too? I don't know, but I thought the show was literally just all about swords. It could be, but different group attacked family. What is stolen from them are the 6 enchanted blades. Swords of immense power capable of shaping the fate of the nation and the gentle warm life they once shared. From that day on, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. In a world engulfed in darkness, Chihiro takes up Enten, the 7th enchanted blade. Ooh, they took out 6, forgot the 7th. Left behind by his father and sets out on a blood-soaked path of revenge. Now, when you talk about revenge, I wonder how far they're gonna go with said revenge. Is it gonna be one of those stories where Sasuke, by the end, realizes it was empty? Is he gonna go all the way through it and continue to be a hater? Will he back off from the revenge as he realizes there's more to life than chasing after vengeance? Who knows? We got some more stuff here, but right over here, the names you should be aware of. Tetsuya Takeuchi. Obviously, Psy Games Pictures with their new brand, Psypic. But Tetsuya Takeuchi is the man that I think a lot of people remember for a lot of these action sequences. I see SAO, Season 2, a Gun Gale Online, right? Kirito Blade Works, swords, by the way. I see, the blood shit happening. Oh my god, from Choso versus Yuji, right? So fucking good. Rock Lee versus Gaara. Of course people remember that, right? And so much more onwards, right? There's a reason why so many people are like, this guy is the director. He didn't just do the Rock Lee versus Gaara by himself. There were many other people involved, and this is his key animation that was done in the earlier scenes. But it's so cool to see that a person that understands the essence of Battle Shonen is directing this show. I'm so fucking hyped. Before we go to some other relative context, let's check out the actual trailer. Boom. Kagurabachi, baby. Here we go. 45-second trailer. Let's go. Weekly Shonen Jump. Oh. Nice sound design. So, the guy's a swordsmith, though? Does he even know how to fucking swing a sword? It's just interesting that this is a world or swordsmanship, but the main character is a fucking blacksmith. Cool bubbles. Woo! Look at that fish. Damn! That's like a fucking bullet! Look at that art direction, baby. Ooh, I love Japanese architecture in modern society. Okay, that entire first sequence, I'm just gonna glaze, bro. The bubbles, oh my god, bro. The sound slowly changing as he's welding, black window smithing. Bang! Bang! Woo! That was like a gun. Ooh. Though. Oh, he's swinging that thing. That was it. All right, trailer, very simple trailer, but enough for me to get hyped up on. There's constantly this imagery of these two fish. Am I correct to label it a koi fish? There's 3 fishes in here, actually. Wonder if this is supposed to be symbolism for 3 important characters? Are they blades? Because in the beginning sequence, right? As you hear him weld, blacksmith, right? Sword forge. These fish keep arising. 3 separate ones. Who knows what that could mean? The overall art direction looks fucking fire to me, man. This soundtrack, though, so good. Look at the action sequence here. Roll. Dude, the way that as he draws the blade, like the water's coming out. What is this, like a koi fish blade? Bro's like water bending, but with the sword. The way that the colors, right? Look at it. The bubbles, the red, the black, the liquid, so many separate layers coming out of the blade as he unsheathed it. It looks so cool. It kind of looks like he's just throwing a sword here, though. So, is this guy basically like, what's it called? Something like John Wick? Where it's like, all right, I was chilling at home with my dad making these swords. Then you came and killed my father and stole my swords. And now I'm going to crash the fuck out. But does he know swordsmanship? A lot of people have been talking about this scene. The way that he just kind of just swings the blade. Is there any elegant sword choreography? No. Because this is a blacksmith that is simply crashing out with this legendary blade, is he not? Look at the physics here when the guy gets kicked too. Look. Really nice, like, reaction from the guy as he gets kicked and gets knocked into the background characters, and then them stuttering and falling behind, and then the strike as the camera zooms in on our main character. This cut is really nicely done. Such a cool scene too. Jumps in immediately. Kills. Boom. Bro, the blade is on his face. AoE cut. Bird eye view angle. The blood splattering. Cinematic. I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm fucking sold, bro. This shit is so fucking hype. All right. Now that you saw the trailer and just a glimpse of the action, right? I think the main important takeaway here, like, look at the fish, right? What could the fish have in significance with the blade? It's almost looks like the fish is like forged into the blade as he draws that blade, and you see bubbles and all that different like color schemes coming. Like, this scene is probably the coolest scene to me. This part here, the draw, the fluids, the red, the black, the gray, the transparent liquid just like coming out of it. Look how detailed this is. It's smoky behind too. You can see a reflection literally in the draw of the liquid too. Look at that shit. The reflections of the enemy are literally present as he draws the blade. It's so fucking cool. Now, let's look at some important stuff. Kagurabachi author commented the anime. You know Rock Lee versus Gaara in Naruto? The manga version is great, of course, but isn't the anime version incredibly cool? Well, the very person who brought that scene to life is our director. Again, he wasn't the only one doing it, right? We're talking about Tetsuya Takeuchi. All right, we've looked at his profile multiple times. In the most recent anime that I've seen recently from him, oh, that's so cool how Kagurabachi is now listed there. That's so fucking cool. I haven't seen episode 9 key animation of this, but we did watch a couple of episodes of this, and the project itself was really good. I did check out Witch Watch, and the opening, you know, PV, fucking amazing key animation, right? We did watch the villainous anime. I actually finished this on my channel, and he directed the entire thing. And it is definitely not, you know, the type of anime you guys are thinking, but still screams quality. This guy's resume is fucking cracked, and now his next work is Kagurabachi actually directing it. So fucking hype, bro. There's a reason why, again, so many people are hyping it up. And the coolest thing is that, like, the author of Kagurabachi seems to be a big fan of Naruto, right? Because, like, there's like a tweet I saw. What is this? This is regarding the voice actors. I think there was this guy right here, right? Hokazono, right? The mangaka. So if you look at Kagurabachi, right? Look at the manga source material, and you look at the author, right? And the author's name, story and art, Takeru Hokazono. There are the other assistants here too, right? This guy is born in 2000. He's only 25 years old, bro. He's a fucking zoomer. And this is his work. And he grew up watching Naruto. He grew up idolizing, you know, perhaps Takeuchi. Imagine that. For you to basically, like, this is your childhood, watching and adoring Naruto, eventually becoming a mangaka due to this love for Kishimoto's art. The same person who animated one of his favorite fights ever, over 20 years ago, is now directing Kagurabachi. How fucking cool is that? You know, like, beyond just like, oh my god, amazing aura farming battle shonen to hit, like the lore and like the background story that sets up the author of being this like kid that was inspired by this talent. The talent, you know, still around the industry, like fucking LeBron James, now directing his work to be not just a random battle shonen, not just a random action scene, but quite possibly the next defining show for battle shonen, right? Like, people are very worried, like, JJK's done, MHA's done. Like, what do we got now, bro? What are the new shonen titles that's gonna carry? There has been many others that's been rising up slowly, but Kagurabachi seems to be really just be the centerpiece of this all. Key visual, so fucking cool, right? Look at the art, the bubbles, really, just the reflection in these bubbles, the details and the acuity of it, it looks so nice. And it's, the blade is so fucking wet. The color schemes of this, what is this, red koi fish and the black? So fucking cool, bro. Coming in 2027, April, by the way. So this is some interesting lore about like how many days a manga chapter has been published and then a confirmation of anime, right? Not to say that there's any correlation, right? But we could do some JJK upscale. Like, basically, hey, if the shorter time of when the first chapter was published and got an anime adaptation, what does that mean? Maybe they were more confident with it. Maybe they thought that, oh, this already, I just feel it, right? And Witch Atelier, maybe it is a Jewish psyop, you know, Israeli planted, you know, industry giant, guys. I can't believe it took 1288 chapters for this to get actually adapted. Oh my god, all of the schizo posters are right. No, there's no fucking connection. Pretty cool to see different, you know, titles, where the range is. This is the Miyamoto post that we were glazing about. This is talking about, you know, more Kagurabachi anime director Tetsuya Takeuchi's comment. So now we're talking about the guy that actually did the fight scenes, right? Who would have thought that I'd be directing a popular Shonen Jump anime after working as a key animator on Naruto back when I was just a newbie? You really never know what life has in store. I'll work hard to capture all those elements and aim to make a show that both longtime fans of the manga and first-time viewers alike can enjoy. There's a lot of pressure. I think he can deliver. I think he can absolutely fucking deliver. Oh, this is Witch Watch? I don't care. I'm still setting up Witch Atelier. This is some other scenes, right? Of like the manga versus the anime trailer. So look at it, right? The art style. Man, the focus on the drip. It's so cool how they made the liquids like this transparent black layer. But on top of that, the bubbles itself has that like fish, you know, red, orange colors imbued into it. Such a cool design. A lot of people were kind of dooming about the earlier chapter art style and how it might not translate well to the modern audience, but clearly they're not just doing a one-to-one. They understand how to polish up and make it look more like the recent chapters, I guess, right? The drawing scene, so cool how they added in this extra red, right? I don't think it's blood. I think, again, it just has to do with that like koi fish aesthetic. Such a cool scene here, right? When he jumped on the top of the table and did an AoE cut, right? Really cool. I love the graininess in the manga of the cape here, right? The shading, the lining, you know, the line work, right? It just looks really nice. This final part, pretty dark, right? But you can still see, right? You can still see, right? Obviously, this one versus this one, you can see the difference in the symmetry and the portraits of the face. I know this part's a little bit, you know, very dark, but the dark tone is something that they're trying to really adhere to. It's pretty cool. This one. So this is the voice actor. So the main character's voice actor, Taiji Kimura, gets emotional in tears as he shares his gratitude for landing the lead role in a series so loved worldwide. You know what? Yeah, I'd be happy as fuck too. Oh, sorry, my image is still here. So this guy has basically secured generational wealth. I wouldn't say that. They don't get paid like invincible voice actors. But imagine that you're casted as like Kirito in Sword Art Online. You're Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. You are Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. You know? You're Itadori Yuji from JJK. You are the MC of this next, just like hyped up generational battle shonen. First big role. Let's see what he is actually all about, right? So Taiji Kimura, I think that we can simply go here and look at the TV adaptation and look at this guy right here, right? What has he worked on? What has he done before? Oh, he's the Emperor right now? Yo, we're watching Nippon Sangoku, probably the most underrated anime this season compared to its production value. Dude, this thing is fucking crazy. Okay, so the coward emperor, listen, he's supposed to be like a really nervous and like cowardish guy that's just like crying and screaming and panicking. For him to be that like solid, you know, warrior of vengeance is going to be a very different range. Here's some other characters, right? It gets kind of sad that most of these characters are such background characters, right? Like even in Liar Game, right? We literally just watched this today. Who the fuck is Shingo Fujita? It's like background characters and some of them don't even have, like, who the fuck is Kankia Kutachi, you know? No one really knows. Like if you search this name up from JJK, right? Who's this character? I don't know. Some of them don't even have the fucking like images, bro. But just kind of show you that like he's had a lot of different roles, but this is his like breakout role, right? He has been on Debate as well. Bro's been out here grinding, right? And I'm happy for him that he's landed like this career-defining title. It's truly gonna change his fucking life. Kagurabachi is an incredible series that's loved by fans all over the world. To be voice acting the protagonist of a series like Kagurabachi makes me truly, truly happy. I'm gonna give my absolute all and pour my heart and soul into playing Chihiro Rokuhira. Thank you for your support. Congrats to him. I hope he does an amazing job. Let's listen to the voice again. Does it match? Like, I don't know, because I haven't read the manga, but do you guys think the voice matches here? I like it. It's kind of like calm. It's not like overtly angry and edgy, but like calm, menacing. I want to hear him scream, but that line delivery, right? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I can feel the menacing, you know, calm tone there. So great. We got some good shit. So this is some other stuff happening. So this is coming out in 2027, but it's gonna on like world tour, right? So the first episode of the series will be screened in multiple events around the world starting this summer. Series will be animated by that, so right? Starting this summer, the first 20 minutes of episode 1 will be screened at anime events around the world. Pretty cool. So you guys can get an early look in just a couple months. The tour reaches its grand finale in Japan with the world's first premiere of the uncut version of episode 1 featuring special guests. Some people have been talking about how this uncut version is alluding to like a 40-something minute, you know how they do batch releases recently, right? Like an hour-long premiere. I think this is most likely production behind the scenes, right? I don't think this is actually like episode 1 story cut content, but more of like production of voice actors and different talents, you know, talking behind the scenes. That's what I would be assuming off of this, you know, featuring special guest part. But we'll see. I would love for, you know, the first 20 minutes of episode 1 to be screened standard episode, but the real reveal will be actually something even bigger, right? So that's pretty much it. Again, if you guys don't know about Sidepick, right? Look at the studio, right? This studio, like so many people seem to think Sidepick is new, or like this is some like random studio that has no clout or something. And many people are like, oh my God, if it's not Mappa, right, then it's doomed. No. You could not be more wrong. Like Sidepick obviously has just established itself as like a rebrand. But again, they were formerly known as Cygames Pictures, right? This is Cygames, the actual company, but the company themselves has Cygames Pictures, right? So you look at like something like this and you look at the studio, right? Cygames Pictures. And the anime that we know of is Summer Hikaru Died, Uma Musume, obviously, you know, and Apocalypse Hotel too. They have made amazing PVs for gacha games, or, you know, different like contributions to gacha anime kind of content, right? They've done amazing Uma Musume films. To say that like just because this is not done by other notable studios, like I don't know, like Mappa or Ufotable, they think it's done. No, I think it's actually great this way. They're probably gonna focus all on it too, right? So like if Mappa or Ufotable or other people got their hands on Kagurabachi, some people are assuming that because it's going to be split resources, it won't be able to shine through. And maybe that's correct, right? There's different production lines and, you know, limited resources, and maybe more important, you know, projects that they have, and different egos and politics behind the scenes, right? Like look at Hell's Paradise. I don't think it's bad by any means, but I don't think it's getting that cream of the crop treatment like JJK or Chainsaw Man has gotten for Mappa. So for Cygames to pick this up and to then take a director who understands the essence of Battle Shonen, and to have an author, a mangaka who was inspired by said director, for him to now create this, it's just such a cool narrative and lore and backstory of how this even got to here. And now it's gonna get that like fucking premier, just fucking platinum, just like quadruple penta A highest rating category. I've been glazing this shit to the moon because Battle Shonen to me is like, that is my essence. I watch a lot of anime, and I think my anime palette is pretty wide and diverse. I'm able to enjoy many different types of anime, including those that's not just Unga Bunga or a farming. But that's the show that I grew up with, right? One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball, right? JJK is recently my favorite, like quote unquote modern, you know, battle shonen anime. And now Kagurabachi is coming in like this. I'm so excited, and I hope that it's gonna meet my expectations, and I think it's in good hands. See you next time.